Just, again, a little bit of experimentation just to see what it would look like, we know from early in the year that Zacha with Coyle and Frederick is a real good shutdown line. So there's a real good secondary shutdown line. Zacha penalty killed for us all year and knows our D zone coverage. So that has a lot to do with it. And then, I thought Bertuzzi's made a lot of plays, so put him with some other playmakers, and he makes plays and he goes to make plays in different areas than those guys. So just to see if there'd be some chemistry there, because that's, instead of doing it in game like I do it all the time, I'd like to just see what it would look like from the start of game, because the mentality of players is very different when you start with a line than when it's just in the rhythm of a game. A lot easier in the rhythm of a game.
It's been a week since the trade now for Bertuzzi, and 2 weeks now for the other guys. Is there finally an element of get your feet under you here and lock into your roles, so to speak, for those guys?
It's probably too early for Bertuzzi, but I think the other guys know their roles, and I think they're pretty comfortable being Bruins and living in Boston already. I think it's a lot newer for Bertuzzi. I think this road trip will help a lot for him.
Does it surprise you at all, Orlov, just the degree to which he will sometimes, really push the envelope offensively? I think we could see it last night, different places he was in the offensive zone where you might not customarily see a defenseman, but just the instincts he had to try to make plays and to create offense.
I'm not surprised by it, because I've always seen someone that can make a lot of plays in a lot of different areas. I guess how aggressive he's been is more than I saw in Washington, but I don't think we've told him no yet. So maybe maybe he likes it a lot. I don't know. You'd have to ask him that.
I mean, that's something you're encouraging, right? If you're a defenseman, though, if the play is there to be made.
Absolutely. I think when our game is not good offensively, last night I wouldn't say that's the case. I thought our D-men were pretty good offensively and defensively. Like I said last night, after reviewing the game again, I didn't think our forwards were as good as they usually are.
You keep talking about milestones, first to 100 points. And how do you weigh the possibility of setting an NHL record for most points in a season versus kind of the ultimate goal?
We don't weigh it. We don't talk about it. Again, we talked about today about what went wrong and how we can learn from it and how we can better ourselves.
There's a point at which you might have to decide, pull back, get guys some rest, and kind of at the end of the season, let that record and reach. You're prepared to do that?
Yes. Yeah, we've talked about it a lot. Like, us preparing for the Stanley Cup playoffs is more important than anything in the regular season.
These last few games, Jim, Charlie McAvoy, it looks like he's found another level. What do you credit that to? What has unlocked more for him?
I just think, again, the length of time that you're getting back more and you're feeling more comfortable with your body post-surgery, the more you just start to play hockey. And I think, Charlie, I agree with you. He's been terrific here for a long stretch.
Did last night help you in the long run?
Yeah, I think so. As long as we learn from it, right? We weren't creating offense. I think the thing that struck me the most was our attitude in the third period was different. It's the first time I saw it all year. So it was like, okay, well, why did we have an attitude of waiting for things to happen instead of let's go make things happen? Don't wait around for something bad to happen. Let's go end this game. We didn't have our normal attitude. And it's something that, we talked about as a team, and, players had some ideas as to what we could do better, and us coaches had some ideas as what we could do better. So, and that's the way we communicate. We communicate back and forth, and we talk things out, and we look at ways to get better collectively.